Sarah. Today we're going to be talking about the things that I would like to see happen in 2024 in terms of skincare trends, products, all of that. 2023 was a bit wild for me, especially as an esthetician, to see so many people aiming for absolute perfection when it came to their skincare, the state of their skin, and just the fact that glazed donut skin and clean girl makeup was in. That's great. It works for a lot of people. But there's also absolutely some people that I don't think it necessarily works for. So, all that being said, 2024, overall, I hope, is the year of accepting our skin the way it is. That doesn't necessarily mean that I hope to see a lack of working on our skin or a lack of proper skincare. I just hope to see more people accepting the state that their skin is in, loving the skin that they are in, while also working towards the goals that they may have for their skin. So what does this look like practically? The main part that I think affects a lot of us is the rise in skincare influencers. These influencers have, I'd say, been around for quite a while, but really got a huge boom and growth around 2020 for some obvious reasons. And as great as it is to see more people showing that, hey, my skin is not perfect, or showing the problems that they may have with their skin while embracing where their skin is at, I don't think this is necessarily the most realistic example either. As these influencers grow, a lot more companies are using them to market their products, which makes sense. We have moved more away from commercials towards influencer marketing. However, what this means is that influencers that were once maybe very relatable to you are now only partly relatable. And that's not their fault. Honestly, get your money. If that is how you are earning an income, go for it. I think that's great. However, for consumers, that means that we need to make sure we aren't following people that are making us feel bad about our skin. You can start following someone on their acne journey, and then 3-4 years down the line, they've healed their acne and they're telling you, oh, I did this treatment or used this product, and that adds up to thousands of dollars in the year. And that may not work for you. However, what you can do is find the products that do work for you. And these influencers can help that. They can give you skincare recommendations or products that maybe worked for them. And if you don't have a professional you can go to, sometimes that's a great place to start. Overall, though, I want everybody this year to find what works for them and not just go based off of what an influencer says. And on that train, finding what works for you is going to take some time. If you start a new product this year or this month, make sure that you are giving it at least a month to do its job. Usually I say about 12 weeks is where you'll really start to see the effects of that skincare. But obviously this depends on the item that you have added in. If it's a cleanser that isn't removing your makeup, you should know within the first week whether it's doing its job. But if it's a retinol, for example, that's going to be a bit more of a long-term solution and a long-term product. You aren't going to see the results of that right away. Like I said, overall, I think influencers are great, but make that your starting point this year. Don't let it be your end point where you're digging yourself a hole and beating yourself up because your skin is not turning out the way that the influencers are. The next major thing I would love to see is skincare that is following science. And this isn't just in terms of treatments, but in terms of the products that companies are putting out as well. A lot of companies will hop on trend bandwagons, and can you really blame them? If they come out with an innovative product that nobody's ever heard of, they're probably not going to do as well as if they were to come out with a product that is getting really popular within the skincare world. However, I would love to see more innovation. It's already happening. But I would love to see more innovation, more focus on the science of skincare and less about skincare influencers putting out their brands or brands just following the trends. Now, when it comes to skincare treatments, I'd also love to see more innovation and science-backed treatments out there. That doesn't necessarily mean that the treatment you're currently getting to fix a problem isn't science-backed or doesn't have a scientific foundation. However, a lot of the machines that people may be using in their offices may not necessarily be Health Canada or FDA approved. So I'd love to see a lot more Health Canada and FDA approved machines within offices. So just in terms of what you should look for in an esthetician that is a little bit more science-based, ask questions. Your esthetician should be able to answer your questions adequately, and I'm not expecting them to know everything. I am not expecting an esthetician to know every nitty-gritty detail of cell biology. However, they should know enough to treat your skin. If your esthetician cannot answer those questions, that may be a red flag. Now, huge caveat here is the estheticians that are focused on relaxation facials, more the energy-based facials, holistic facials. Those estheticians may have more of a spiritual component, which means that while they can help heal your skin, they may not necessarily be as much about the science. They have that background, they have that education, they have that knowledge. However, when you look at their social media and their websites, it may show more energy healing and crystal healing rather than using the science to market themselves. Like I said, this does not necessarily mean that they are bad estheticians or that they are not science-backed. It just means you need to ask your esthetician those questions if that is something that's important to you. Quick note, this doesn't mean that I don't like holistic facials. This doesn't mean that I don't think traditional healing is good. It just, there is science to back some traditional medicines up, and I would like to see that being used. And on that note, I would also like to see less appropriation, but I mean, that's a whole other conversation. Ironically, after talking about how I would love to see more science in skincare, the next thing I would love to see during 2024 is us not judging everybody else's skincare choices. There has been a lot of judgment, especially in the last few years, about what people are using on their skin, why they're not using $200 products, or why are you not doing XYZ? Why are you choosing to do this? Why? There's just been a lot of judgment going on, and I would love to see that stop. Skincare is already pretty difficult to access in terms of knowledge, and being judgmental about what somebody is using on their skin just makes it even less accessible. It makes people not want to explore skincare, not want to do any type of research, even if that research is watching YouTube videos. When you are that judgmental, you kind of are just closing the door for a lot of people, and I would love to see that stop. The sad thing is, a lot of this judgment isn't just coming from social media either. And by social media, I mean the general public. Some of that judgment is coming from estheticians, which I think is absolutely wild. As an esthetician, my job is to advise you. If you are my client, my job is to advise you on how best to treat your skin. Keeping in mind, I will only do that if you ask questions. During a consult or your first appointment, I might say, hey, I noticed you're using this product. Based on what I'm seeing in your skin, this isn't what I necessarily would recommend. I'd recommend something like this instead. However, if that person does not want to change that product, they love it, I will be aware of that. There may be treatments that we cannot do because they will not stop using that product. However, I'm not going to be judgmental and talk down to them and let them know that their products that they enjoy are absolute trash or anything like that. I'm also not going to put that on social media. I know it's a bit of a joke between some estheticians where they say, oh, haha, these products are bad, or judging when the Sephora sale comes on and people are going out and buying all their products at Sephora, or saying, hey, you shouldn't be using pharmacy skincare, you need to be using medical grade skincare or professional skincare because pharmacy skincare isn't going to do anything. Which is very inaccurate, first off. Skincare from the drugstore will do something for your skin. It just may not have the same effects as professional skincare. So if you are looking for drastic results, yeah, you might want to use professional skincare. However, if you're just looking for something to keep your skin clean, moisturized, and protected, you can use skincare from the drugstore. That is not an issue unless you're demanding a certain treatment, and in that case, yeah, that's an issue. But again, that's on a case-by-case basis. So overall, just less judgment when it comes to skincare would be wonderful. So, now that we've discussed finding what works for you, less judgment in skincare, the next thing I would love to see is skin neutrality. So first off, what is this? In the book The Skin Nerd by Jennifer Rock, she discusses skin neutrality. So similar to body positivity versus body neutrality, skin positivity is always being positive about your skin, no matter what. It can be in the worst state it has ever been in for you, but you're always positive about it. However, that can be really difficult to do. Skin neutrality is a great way to look at your skin when you're feeling that down in the dumps or uncomfortable with the way your skin is feeling, because some of those conditions are quite literally physically uncomfortable. I'd say most of those conditions are physically uncomfortable. And skin neutrality is just looking at your skin, wanting to work on your skin, but not necessarily having any emotional attachment to your skin, which is very difficult to do, especially if you have something going on your face. However, I would love to see more of that, because I think the more we see skin neutrality, where you're working on your skin, you're giving your skin what it needs, whether it's internal or external, our perception of ourselves, I think, will go up. The last couple items today are definitely more on the fun side, I'd say. So, like I said, 2023 was a bit wild, and I would love to see us bring some of the things from 2020 back, where we were enjoying the small things. We made rituals of our day-to-day lives. Skincare should be a ritual. I would love to see more of that in 2024. This doesn't mean you have to spend 3+ hours on your skin a day, but when you're doing your skincare, make it a ritual. Whether that is coming home from work and heading straight for the shower, washing the day off before you talk to anybody else, having that alone time and quiet time can be really helpful, especially if you have little kids at home or you work with people all day. Just having that time to decompress before you are present with your family or with friends, or even just moving on with the rest of your evening, can be really helpful. Making skincare a ritual doesn't have to be complicated either. It can be something as simple as keeping the lights off but lighting a candle and maybe having one of those little plug-in night lights in your bathroom so you have enough light to do things. Or literally just locking yourself away, nobody's allowed to disturb you until you are done your shower and your skincare. I know some people also like to just enjoy their show or a YouTube video during their skincare. That can be a ritual as well. You don't have to make a huge hullabaloo out of it for it to be a fun ritual for you. If you are struggling to incorporate your skincare into your day-to-day, but you really want to start that this year, my recommendation is to use the habit loop. So that's a cue, a habit, and a reward. Starting off with the cue, let's use the YouTube videos or watching your favorite TV show as an example. So you finish work, you either walk in the door or you leave your office for the day, whatever it looks like for you. Your cue is opening that office door or opening your front door. From there, you go straight to the shower. Take your phone or your iPad with you, whatever it is. You head to the shower, you turn on your favorite show, and you head into the shower, do your skincare, all of that. Your reward is kind of built into doing the action. However, it's cute, I'm done work. Habit, you go do your skincare. Go take your shower for the evening and do your skincare, and your reward is that while you do that, you get to watch your favorite show. Making habits is extremely difficult, so don't beat yourself up if you don't do this. But making a ritual out of that skincare will help you in years to come. It will become your fallback. Alright, I have been rambling for a while and I feel like I've gone in a few circles. So the last thing I would like to see in 2024 is more body care. We are doing great with like our foreheads down to our neck-ish area. However, body care seems to not really be a huge concern for a lot of people. And I would love to see that change in 2024. It's already kind of starting to change. A lot of companies are coming out with more innovative body care products or just including things like niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, all of that into their body care products. But I would love to see more people embracing that body care and actually using these products more often, not just saying, oh, whatever, I'll either not moisturize at all or moisturize when I need to because I'm looking a little ashy, which is great. If you're noticing you're looking ashy and you're moisturizing, good on you. But I would love to see it just become part of the day-to-day that, oh, I'm doing my skincare, so we're doing it head to toe. It takes 5 more minutes than it normally would, but your body skin will thank you for it. If you guys would like some recommendations on where to start with your body care, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to make a video on that. However, until then, those are my 6 things that I would love to see in 2024 moving forward. As always, I never say that these are my hard and fast rules to follow. I would just love to see more skin neutrality, accepting ourselves, and having a more balanced view of beauty.